It's Tim Albright with AVNation with the Road to ISE. Integrated Systems Europe comes your way and mine the 31st of January through the 3rd of February. And with me to talk about D-Tools and his trek over to Barcelona is my buddy, Mr. Tim Bigoness from D-Tools. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Tim. Thanks for having me. I hope you've had a nice holiday so far.
Absolutely. I hope you have as well in beautiful, beautiful Georgia. So you guys are heading back over to Barcelona. You're heading back to ISE. Hall 2, K500, 2K500 is where we will find you. One thing about D-Tools that we kind of always expect, and you guys have never disappointed, is some sort of upgrade, some sort of change to the software, whether it's the cloud version or the on-prem version. What will we see at the D-Tools stand at ISE this year?
Well, you'll see both. Basically, we'll be releasing SI version 20, which is really geared to help meet the needs of the commercial integrator. Some of the things that we're adding to this release will be Active Directory integration. That will help for single sign-on and security. We've made improvements to, purchase orders, back office, pricing improvements. It's at the point where the capabilities around service, project management, design, proposal, we're now rounding out the edges to make sure that everything is full featured and will really serve the needs of really any sized integrator. And on D-Tools Cloud, we released that to the UK market earlier this year. And we are rolling out more features in terms of service management. So you'll be able to create, manage, sell service plans. Your field techs will be able to create service tickets, manage everything that they need for the customer on their phone or mobile device, let customers know they're on their way, and really give that end-to-end workflow to our users in the UK, and later in 2023 we'll expand out to EMEA proper.
Oh, very cool. Talk for a second, really quickly. We'll get to SI in a second, because 20 years is nothing to shake a stick at, right? 20 plus years, honestly.
25 this year. This is going to actually be our 25th anniversary this year.
But let's talk about the cloud for a second, and SI does this as well. But talk for a second about the need and kind of the integration between service, right, which is incredibly important to an integrator's business, but also the sales aspect and then accounting, how all that kind of gets wrapped in together and helps those integrators not just service their clients, but also, keep cash flow moving.
Yeah, so everything around D-Tools Cloud is really designed to help integrators, run a better business, all the way from that initial client contact through sales management, opportunity, pipeline management, so really manage that sales process, through the proposal process, where we have a unique way for dealers to connect to their pricing from all their suppliers. We have literally hundreds of suppliers that provide dealer-specific pricing, so the dealers can then enter in the accounts and with the brands that they work with and get their specific price tiers, and then bring that information in to manage the proposal. Once the proposal is accepted, they can then, of course, send purchase orders out, do change orders, full post-sale process, schedule out the install, and then now the addition is being able to add service to that process, where from the beginning they can add a service plan to their proposals, really define those service plans, whether they're monthly, annually, how they want to be able to serve those customers, manage hours and items against those service plans, and then have a way for them to create service tickets, go out, track their field team to go, to customer sites and manage and service, and then manage those hours against available hours in that service plan. Everything that we do enables the integrator to then take information and send it to their accounting system. Right now, we have two built-in integrations, one with QuickBooks Online and the other is with Xero. So that many customers in the UK and EMEA utilize Xero for their accounting system. So we have an integration directly with Xero as well as QuickBooks Online, and that really kind of helps integrators make sure that what they're selling goes into their accounting system, so they can then invoice and make sure they collect their payments. We also enable them to have e-sign approvals at the point of the proposal, and we have integrations with Stripe, Card Connect, and ProPay, so that they can actually accept payment for their deposits as part of that proposal process.
Yeah, so that all of that stuff kind of streamlines everything, including getting the down payment right there at the customer site. Incredibly important. We mentioned SI 25 years of the software. Talk for a second about the importance of getting that feedback and how SI has gone 25 years ago, and each iteration not only is your team and their creativity, but also the feedback you get from the field and your customers.
Yeah, and thanks for that. 25 years is actually quite an accomplishment. I've been with the company for 18 of those coming up this year. So, but what we do is, we get feedback from our customers, and really what goes into every new release of the software, both SI and cloud, is a lot of it is based on direct customer feedback. We obviously have roadmap and big plans for big features to determine what the ultimate feature set will be. But on the SI side, really that feedback from our existing users and what they want to see next and what we want to iterate on and what may be missing from the solution really drives all our product efforts. We've really gone from being a proposal solution to an in-depth design and documentation solution to then focusing on installation and then service. And really the hallmark of what we do is really have that data-driven process that is derived from product specifications direct from the manufacturers. And this is really important when it comes to engineered drawings. So we're still the only solution that integrates directly with AutoCAD and Visio to be able to take the information that's in a proposal or a bill of materials and have that drive the drawings in both of those, best of breed drawing packages. Yeah. We also enable dealers to start with the drawing. Let's say they have a floor plan, and as they're adding items to the drawing, we're building that bill of materials and they can build the proposal from there. And what that does is it really creates this synergy between sales, design, and engineering to make sure that, the customer is getting the right system with the right parts, and we're helping the dealers understand the time, the cost, and what they should be charging appropriately for that system, so that they can confidently give their client a proposal, knowing really how long it should take to install, having an accurate labor estimate that's added to the price of the equipment, so that the customer is getting a very accurate proposal, and most importantly, the dealer knows that they're going to be able to make their number on that project, right? Because when we've talked to dealers over the years, they're all very aware of what they're selling and what their project size are, and it's harder for them to get the handle on how much money they're making per project. And that's really where we've focused our efforts, is by having that data-driven process and having that information flow through the initial client contact all the way through installation and service. Then there's less room for error and less room for miscommunication, and it enables the dealers to really service their clients.
I also want to point something out here, and you can comment on this or not, but I also want to highlight something that one thing that D-Tools does really well is also integrate it with other software and services, right? You mentioned AutoCAD there, as well as Visio. Before, you guys have integration with Stripe and other payment services. You've got integrations with other accounting services. That right there is worth at least checking out, because it gives folks, tie-ins to their other systems that they're already using, right? Whether that's, QuickBooks or whatever, it kind of makes it seamless then.
Yeah, and while we are an end-to-end solution, it's still really based around the work, the project, the day-to-day business. So we understand that dealers have made investments in accounting systems, CRM systems, maybe ERP systems. So even though we integrate directly with many applications, we also have an API so that if customers want to then connect to other systems that we may not have a direct integration for, we can support them in that effort. And what's really important is that the data flows between those two systems. So once we understand what the desired workflow is, we can figure out how to make sure that the information flows between the systems seamlessly so that the integrators have a full solution.
All right, very good. Tim, we will see you in Barcelona 2. Hall 2 is where we will find you, K as in kangaroo 500, 2K500. Tim, not everybody's going to Barcelona, so if they're not going to ISE, but they want to follow along with everything that D-Tools will be talking about that week, how do they do that?
They just come to our website, www.d-tools.com.
All right, very good. Tim Bigoness from D-Tools, thank you so much. For us, for AVNation, go by our website, avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv. And follow along as we also head to Barcelona for Integrated Systems Europe 2023, 31st of January through the 3rd of February. All that and more at avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.